recording audio. So again, like I said, if anything comes up, just let me know.
Cool.
I'll take it out.
Don't even trip. Microphone check.
All right, Tim. So we've known each other for quite a bit. We've met through kind of the entertainment, really, on my part,
Yeah.
and then yourself, bartending and the services you offer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a little bit about you, what you do?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Let's see. I started in the nightlife right when I was 21 years old, man. I started as a security officer for the casino, and then I kind of took an interest in bartending, just watching the guys, you know what I mean? So by 24, 25 years old, I was learning all the ropes on how to bartend. And in the beginning, dude, I fell on deaf ears, you know? I couldn't get a gig anywhere as a bartender. But then nature kind of started taking its course, and I started bartending around different spots, man. And the last 6-7 years, bro, it's been really good for me. I work at different bars across town. Right now, I'm at McMurphy's in Noriega's, and in my spare time, I do a lot of private events, dude. Weddings, quinces, car shows, you name it.
Um, let's see. I'm trying to figure out where to go from here. As far as the bartending, like in anything that we've done, at least I've noticed in entertainment, someone gives you a chance.
Yeah,
So you said someone gave you that opportunity.
absolutely.
Who was that person, or what was that situation like?
It was my homegirl Valerie, and she was looking for a part-time bartender, and I told her that I had been trying to be a bartender, as far as, you know, steering away from my other type of gigs. And she was like, you know what, Tim, come in, let's take a chance on you, and let's do it. And I've been rock and roll ever since she did that, man. You know, kind of started off slow, you know, working here and there on slow nights, and then I started working Fridays and Saturday nights for her. And shout out to my homegirl Valerie for taking a chance on me. You know, I'm glad you brought that up, because I've been rocking and rolling ever since. And then she was the one who actually hired me for my first bartending gig.
Now, was she coaching you on bartending, or did you already start like gaining your knowledge?
I already had a knack for it, you know, kind of like watching the dudes from the casino. And but right when I got there, she gave me a little tutorial on everything. And then there was another bartender that worked there. Her name was Maggie. She kind of helped me also. And you know what I used to do, Iceberg? I used to on a piece of paper write all the drinks in my back pocket, because when you get behind the bar, everything you know, and you first start doing it, you forget everything. You don't know shit. So every time somebody would be like, "Can I get an adios? Can I get a Long Island?" I'd be like, "Sure, hold on, let me go make sure I have everything in the back." And I would take out my fucking piece of paper and look real quick to see what went in those drinks.
How
First time I've ever shared that.
And I think everybody kind of does that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have no other choice.
I didn't know nothing.
Well, I think it was better that you thought about how you were going to present yourself if you didn't know. So
Yeah.
you kind of took the time to like, hey, I'm going to go do it this way, versus someone just sit there and be like, because I've had bartenders tell me, I don't know how to make that.
Yeah.
And they just leave it at that. They like pick something. They don't go like, oh, let me check my Google. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't, even as a customer, I don't care. I just want the drink I want.
Absolutely.
Maybe some people would be mad that they don't have the knowledge of the drinks that they like or whatever. But for me, it's more just like, just look it up, bro. Like
Straight up.
just look it up. I can wait. I'm not in a hurry.
I do this. I do the smooth lie. Let me go see if we have that product in the back.
Every time I hear you say that now, I'm gonna be like,
For real,
he don't know how to make that shit. So, what would you say about people who get into bartending and didn't like it? Would you say that it's likely just the spot? It's likely the training? What are the downfalls of people who get into bartending?
From my experience, I can tell you exactly what it is. Drinks are the easy part, man. You got to have the patience to do it. You know, you're more than a bartender. You know, for a lot of people that come off of work, you're kind of like a therapist, a sports coach. You're everything. You're all of the above while you're making drinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And with that comes all the bubbly personalities, all the drunk personalities. a couple of knuckleheads here and there. You have to have the patience. I think having the patience behind the bar to deal with that many personalities in like one day or one shift, is usually, the tipping point. You either have it or you don't. Like you making drinks and doing the whole vibe of bartending and mixing that's the fun part. That's the easy part. You got to have the patience to deal with all those personalities and treat them the right way.
Do you think I could, speaking from my perspective, I know as a social worker, you're dealing with a group of people
Mm-hmm.
who they're in that situation for a reason, and so they're gonna have similar characteristics because they're not, I don't like the same thing, but they're in the same kind of situation. And I've had other social workers talk about those people kind of in a burnt out way,
Yeah.
like they already know what they're gonna do, and
Mm-hmm.
so they're kind of burnt out. And for me, I always try to look at it as that's just that person's personality, and instead of thinking of it as like a stereotype or burnt out about the situation,
Mm-hmm.
I more looked at it as like I'm just more aware of these personalities,
Yeah.
and when I'm in communication with these people or present in these with these people, I need to be thoughtful of how they perceive things or how they do things. And do you think some people who quit bartending are just burnt out rather than looking at like, hey, this is this guy's personality. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
have to cut him off at this point, or I'm gonna have to take these steps as I go because I'm aware of like how this is going.
I believe so. I think you hit it right on the money, man. I think people do get a little burnt out as far as dealing repetitive the same customer service over and over. It's always, you know, you have regulars, is what we
Mm.
call it in the bar world, and I think a lot of people kind of get a little bit flabbergasted by dealing with those same regulars every day, and they do take that route, as that you were saying. Yeah.